The finals day number 3 of Nakamura's Spellforce free Caparino number 3. We have, which I believe is Frizforever, coming in the northwest with a very, very pink Dark Elves and a Reaper Boy with a classic triple woodcutter into hunting, as well as Monsieur Aquakazam with the Occultist, very nice, instead of our little Shaman Boy, with a lot of lumber mills and a single hunting so far. Probably another hunting coming up after the first outpost. Our little scouts saluting each other in the middle. Now, what I'm excited about. So we've got a standard opening here from Frizz. That should be interesting. I don't know how much they've seen each other recently on the ladder. So maybe the Occultist is a Reaper counter pick, since he is a pretty squishy boy, especially if you like him to play him like I do. With the Dark Pact. The Dark Pact gang is growing, I think. I hope I can convince more people to pick that up. And feel the power, but also the burn if you misplay. We have a little bit of a Ras going on here, which seems to be working just fine, and I believe our... Hang on. Looks like the ghost actually died, did it? I thought it was microed away, but apparently, unfortunately, Frizz lost her Spectre Lady. So she's gonzo. And Walk Rider is allowed to get some value. Let's see, we don't have any spiders coming up. Oh. Oh no, okay. For a second I thought he was gonna not ignore this boy. So that means a little bit delay on food production, woodcutters, etc. So that's pretty good value for our little early scout there. Interesting pathing here, you just go straight and then over, rather than anything else. And level 3 should be coming in soon for our Reaper Boy too. And I think that's when we get into Spicy Land. Okay, the hunting cabin is now in quotation marks full. Ooh! An early triple stonecutter in the main, with just 4 men on hunting. Very interesting. First one woodcutter, second hunting cabin. How is this economy looking? Not too hot, which also explains the value gained here, since we are not going for any kind of spiders. Since he can't really, unless he doesn't want any outposts. Sorry, just a quick hiccup. And so far, mostly just hunting cabins coming up here for Aqua, which is interesting. Let's see, is Frizz going for his patented blow-up build? I wish he would go for it with this little cheeky boy here. But no, just goes for Arcane Force. But it does look like it's gonna be the Kiss of No build. But oh, the money I'd pay to see that playstyle with our lovely Dark Pact. But we'll see, we'll see. Oh god, that is probably one of the biggest Walk Rider gains I have seen so far. In a little while. Our boys finding each other. We do have a lot of little zombie boys running around and about. Let's get rid of that. The cultist is getting a bit low, but nice drain there. Ooh. Okay, thank god. For a second I thought my game was gonna crash. Okay, it does get the flag. Not very surprising. Minus 80% attack power with that double powered what's it called? I keep forgetting. Dark Bolt? No. Void Arrow. There we go. Finally some spiders to see this Walk Rider being pushed off, so that should be interesting. Stonecutter in the main with the single guy, interesting. I still have just hunting cabins. Another hunting cabin. Okay, level 2 here, double stonecutter. Oh, apologies, that seemed to have been a lumber mill, not a hunting cabin, unless he changed that. Because that was confusing to me at the beginning. Unless he genuinely repurposed that just to get some goblins out faster, which would be interesting. Gonna make quick work of the Medusa here. That's about the best angle we can get. Trying to keep everything in sight. Looks like a pretty equal split here. The puppy, almost dead. He's still defying death. But unfortunately, Aqua does get the standard here. Unfortunately for Frizz, of course. Because Dark Elves really struggle with the siege. So as soon as this is up, and if should he lose that flag as well, it's gonna look pretty grim for him. Looks like behind that, we're gonna be about to be booming. Since I don't see any more goblins coming out. Okay, this could be taken, but the Medusas are a bit more important. So it's gonna be a fight around these ladies here, which is gonna be pretty damn important. So no further goblins that we have seen. So these are 2, 4, 6. Must have been 8 goblins, but also no further spiders. We're only on singular spider build. So both of them are trying to out-economy the other. Luckily for Frizz, he was able to pick this up and should get this beforehand, but the XP advantage should be in Aqua's hands going forward. Has to be a bit careful here, a bit low. Probably should try to just hit the lady here. Should drain as much XP off of her as he can. And that just deserved an auto attack rather than a void arrow. But okay, good. Scouting post is up. Right. Let's compare our little XP ranges. Yeah, definite win there for Aqua. Yep, we're going full force here. Quadruple Arcane Force, just 1 deep waters. So Frizz is going for his patented Kiss of Nor build, which should be interesting. Curious, was Aqua... I feel like he probably could have been able to afford upgrading that, which would have kept it safe. But he prioritized getting his iron mines out. So we're 7.5 minutes in. The iron mines are there. We have a war pit, but we still need to research the hunters. Slash brutes, whatever his heart desires. We have 1 Hall of Pain on Frizz's side. We do have a capital though. So tier 2 has been achieved for our Dark Elf as well. 1 iron mine coming up. Looks like the other is gonna wait for itself a little bit. Oh, this could be dangerous if he loses some spiders here. For the very low spider count, literally so confusing to see so little army from both of these players. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's all gonna nail down if he can hold this position to keep hold of the iron. Frizz might be able to boom after this. I'm curious if it's gonna be the stride. I'm expecting the Strider push, just the first 20 iron straight into tier 3, rather than a heavy tier 2 build. I don't think I like Striders against Orcs specifically. I think they're pretty good in every other matchup, but just with the free Goblin frontline, well, basically almost free Goblin frontline, you just waste so much time on these little fellas that the Hunters can still outtrade you pretty heavily. You will get a lot of value on the Goblins, but the Iron fight is definitely going into the Orcs' favor. In my experience so far, which has been limited. We see the tier 3 armor here on Aqua. Anything else? We have some bombs that are not equipped. Double slowing orb, which is definitely interesting. And Frizz has not been to the shops. So item advantage here. Oh, the bait! Nice! Yeah. Classic bait and switch. Frizz fell for it. All the way up here, baited up, and now this frontier outpost might go down. It is upgrading. Keep in mind, Dark Elves do have their tier 3 outposts available on tier 2. And the repair rate of those is quite insane. But oh no, I think we're locked. Oh, this is harsh. That might not go up before it goes down, which could be a massive issue. Literally the repair rate. Oh my. Okay, it's going up.
Building completed.
That's the repair rate. It's still going down slowly. Oh, it's only a fortified outpost. My apologies. So it's not a border fortress yet. The border fortress would be able to hold here, I think. But just the fortified does not.
Lost one of our sectors.
He is gonna lose a couple goblins, but that is, he's more than willing to trade those off. That is pretty brutal. And the hunters are gonna build up in numbers ever so slowly. And at the moment we're still just on spiders. Oh no, he left so many spiders behind. Oof, but there we go. It is coming up, so we have double iron mines. How many are left? 3 iron mines in the 4th building. But the orc mines are up and running. And if we look at the resources, 104 pop cap with a healthy economy behind it. Let's see, do we have anything special as well? Nothing yet. We do have the first 2 eco upgrades coming in. Population upgrade actually prioritized there since he's already pop cap, but it's 30 pop cap and a not too hot looking economy. We have a border fortress back here. Dark Ensign is going down here. Big question is, do we have a Spire of Souls? It is coming up in the main. Only double Hall of Pain. 1 stride on the build, looks like... Okay, the second just about went up. And is producing striders. So this is gonna be pretty terrible. Level 5 achieved, thanks to some worker kills here, which is something you don't see that very often. And the Reaper really does struggle without a level 5 against these hordes. And Aqua knows exactly that. Look at all these hunters. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hunters at the front line, more running across the map. Versus 1 Strider boy, who's currently attacking goblins without bonus damage. So, almost 50 damage denied on their 25 ranged resist as well. Reaper goes down. Oh, massive spider clump again. Gets ridiculous value. So a Strider will win against the Hunter in a vacuum. But the problem with orcs is there's never a vacuum. How expensive are they? I could have checked while that thing was still up. 7-6, yeah. So they're not really trading for equal cost here. 6 and 4. And that's looking pretty grim. Pretty much exactly what I feared. Did he buy some bombs or something to get him out of dodge here? We did spend our money on something, but it seems to have just been potions. Unless he used some bombs in this last fight that I missed. But yeah, 3 Striders versus that amount of hunts. It's not looking too pretty. So let's go cinematic mode. Oh god. Only 10 resist. Oh. Only 10 range pierce resist versus 130 damage hunters. Yep, and even a border fortress can't stop this amount of green skin tide. Just getting picked off one after the other. Just look at how many spears were stuck in him. Border fortress is out repairing this DPS, especially when the hunters decide to hunt stuff down. But all he needs to do is wait for some brutes. He might even just go trolls. Let's see. Yeah, we have a Grand Kalrak. He's got it queued up, but he did unassign the worker there. Also level 6 for the occultist. That was a lot of value from... Oh yeah, it's double.
Chieftain.
It's not only unit kills, it was double hero kill. And yeah, looks like Frizz is tapping out.
We're under attack.
Yeah, it's the level 4. With the tier 3 Strider versus Orcs, I don't think is the way.
They killed one of our heroes.
And there comes the GG. Game number 1 going to Aquakazam. GG, well played. Dun, dun, dun. Let's give him a score point before I forget. There we go. 46 units killed. 93 produced versus 46. Seemed a bit rough there. Even being outdealt in hero damage. Yeah, it's all about that. All about those middle sectors. You can't lose them as Dark Elf. Can't get baited out of them. And somehow achieving that level 5. And without... I think you need Corruption. Corruption and lots of Infiltrators. Dark Pack Corruption, you can basically have constant uptime, which gives you more value on the Infiltrators. And then I think you have to go Sleepers. I don't know. It's probably one of the hardest matchups in the game. But maybe we'll be surprised in the second game. I'll see you there.